No way. Hi, hello, hi. My name is Ko and welcome back to my spooky corner of the internet. I had a lot of fun watching episode 2. I tried really hard to get the video out on time. I was about to record. I don't know, man. I understand that Louis is seeing Lestat as a vision. The insinuation that I don't get what's happening kind of bothers me. I don't want anyone to think that like you can't remind me of things or things like that. Like that's not the problem. I really don't like being spoken to like I'm stupid or I have the IQ of a rock. Please like remind yourself that there is a human on the other side of the camera and we can be friendly and stuff. Like we're all here for a good time. We're all here to have fun at the end of the day. So if you guys are enjoying the series, then leave this video a thumbs up so I know to keep making more of them for you guys. Also, if you guys would like to and you haven't done so yet, then please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here and part of our spooky corner of the internet. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack, and let's get spooky.
Partial to the non-wriggling items, I should have said that.
Still moving.
We cede power to the chef, submit to his whims, to his eye at the fish market. A series of risks.
Right.
Under the burning sky. The one about Enron. Black Blood, was it? You're Daniel Malloy. I've read your books.
A reader. Well, prepare yourself for disappointment.
I see they've separated you from your laptop. Clever on their own. Now there's 2 of them. Of course, there was always 2 of them. You just came to that late. Files have been placed with proper encryption on your comically vulnerable laptop. Most of primary sources that your infamous friends
Anyone
in the
here a fan of intelligence officers? We got a live one.
You were invited here as a guest.
Cell phones.
You were rude, but he crossed the line.
Artificial intelligence crunching improbable data.
I offer.
How do you hide from the cloud?
We exploit it. This was LESTAT's prophetic vision.
This is like the first time we're getting like a one-on-one with Malloy and Armand. They're not doing their kind of messy, petty, sarcastic interaction. They're just actually just talking regularly.
It was 1556 when the Roman Coven sent me to lead the shambolic Paris Coven. A face from the subcontinent, French my 4th and poorest language. LESTAT was the wind to scatter.
I really gotta meet this guy.
I felt his presence before I saw him.
Literally sounds like me when I get my period.
And here he was, prancing and preening in front of 500 mortals a night, like some patronized, tarted-up dervish.
Vous êtes donc de femme.
To hear Louis tell it, Lestat becoming a vampire was a horror show.
Look at him being all charming. Yes, Louis's memory is not the best. It's being either manipulated with. He's just an unreliable narrator. Especially after episode 2 of this season, I felt like, oh, well, I was being a little too harsh on Lestat prior, but I was only going off of like what I was being presented in the first season from Louis' perspective. Almost the entirety of that season, no reason to question his memory. Been the last several episodes of last season and this season that it's like, okay, well, any feelings I have towards Lestat probably are displaced to some degree. I guess the reason I'm so passionate about it is because I went through a very terrible relationship of my own and dealt with really heavy narcissistic abuse. So the slight mention or showings of that triggers those memories for me, and that's probably why I was so harsh on Lestat prior. I get it. Like, I wasn't born yesterday. People aren't black and white. There's nuance to everyone and everything. I'm like trying to gauge everyone in this series. I don't want to come across as having a chip on my shoulder, but like, man.
He had that effect on everyone. He
Wasn't natural.
entirely unnatural. Using the dark gift for what? His vanity?
I miss seeing like Lestat throughout the first 2 episodes. I haven't really seen much of him. Feels weird.
I had to bring him under my control by any means. Je peux prendre soin de toi. Je peux t'apprendre ce qu'il ne t'a pas appris. Viens à moi. I followed him for weeks. His rejection
What the hell?
inflamed me.
Obsessed with him?
And the longer I allowed him to exist outside the Coven, the more unsettled my children became. Sois avec les tiens.
Et abandonné mon gilet à carreaux, mon col jabot.
LESTAT, que se passe-t-il?
Rien. Il n'est rien. Bonne nuit.
I tolerated his presence too long already.
Wow.
LESTAT! Là!
Oh.
LESTAT?
No way. I knew he was powerful, but to stop time.
Donne ses pouvoirs.
Yeah, literally.
Et voici un buveur de sang.
Oh.
Je suis Armand. Je suis le chef de ton clan.
Crucifix.
Il ne se réveille pas.
Gosh, honestly, he was made for this role as Lestat. I cannot envision anyone else. The more I watch this show, the more I fall in love with this show. I can't envision anyone else as Lestat. But that's not to discredit Tom Cruise. I felt like he did a really, really good job as Lestat.
Qui sont?
Tu vis parmi les mortels. Tu marches dans le temple de Dia.
Il parle de l'homme triste et vêtement cloué.
You led him there so he could destroy it.
His words had been my thoughts for half a century. My children left. They roamed the streets of Paris, wreaking havoc with mortals. They went mad. Ended themselves.
I get it.
Je n'ai pas de clan. Tu m'en as privé.
Au contraire, maître.
Hello? Oh, the blood on the camera too.
Je t'aime.
Oui. Je t'aime aussi.
Armand taught Lestat the mind gift. And a week later, Lestat was gone.
So Lestat basically ghosted him.
What's he look like?
They won't ask that.
They will.
I don't know what it is that you need. I remember what I remember.
You might be having a good time now, but there's danger if they find out we lied.
Oh, just to let yourself in. Nice outfit.
was a job.
I've never seen her happy.
Yep.
The Coven has grand designs for her.
I'm gonna smudge my makeup.
No pain.
Did you fucking sneeze at the end?
I tried to stifle it.
Bloody fucking moment of quietus.
It's hay season.
It's not a fun.
I didn't know vampires get allergies.
On a Tuesday, this is the Buddy Box and that's the Rat Box. On Wednesdays, that's the Buddy Box. This is the Rat Box. Back and forth, back and forth. Keep track.
They should ask me if they're curious.
How could they when you're so rarely present?
I saw enough theater back home for several lifetimes.
It's definitely not the whole reason he's here.
I like you.
I like you. Isn't that obvious?
This is great. Just the three of us. You, me, and this brick wall you built between us.
Yeah.
Always when Louis kind of at his most vulnerable, that Louis' vision of Lestat comes out, kind of rears its ugly head. Not that the actor Lestat is ugly, but just saying.
If we were the only vampires in Paris.
For a second, I felt like we were. Everyone's asking, what's next? What's next? Not, where were you? Or, be careful. I had enough of that back home. I'm out here finding myself. When my mind was touched by Armand, I became deeply excited and driven to form new conclusions about myself and vampiric life in the abstract. Something wrong, Daniel?
Oh, no, it's the,
And your dearly departed maker, what gifts did he bequeath the Muppet vampiress?
He taught me how to lie well.
It's Louis who's from Chicago, yes?
Uh-oh.
Just outside it. Gary, Indiana.
How does one fall from grace and become
Little whore.
I wonder exactly.
You're feeling blue.
I mean, he sounds good though.
I was with Bruce for 30 years.
Bruce? How long are we going to play games, Louis?
Listen, before you say it, let me tell you a little something about 18th century Armand.
LESTAT.
Oh dear.
I killed him, and he fucking had it coming.
Well, that's debatable.
What does that mean for Claudia?
Did she help you kill him?
Yes.
No.
You broke one of the great...
I told you I loved you.
Go away.
Calm down.
And you said nothing.
What's the hell with you?
Show me. The only way you know how to love.
I wonder what this looks like from the outside. The fact that there's no one there. Oh, okay. Well, I spoke a little too soon.
Lestat could have said, put your coffin on a boat. Go to Paris. There's a beautiful coven there, I know, because I fucking founded it. But he said the vampires out there are vicious.
I should tell you something.
And then I met the motherfucker, and yeah.
It's only had 3 owners. The research basic put on here.
We have to run it. Thank you.
I'll run it past my clients.
Ward Carter!
Who are you?
Messi.
How is that? Watching the same thing over and over.
A mutilated body found in a park 3 nights ago. Crossed skull, puncture wounds on neck, chest, and shoulder blade. Was that you?
Of course not.
And I don't see our girl here. And that particular. He will be the ruin of us. Do what must be done.
Are you making demands? And do you speak for the Coven?
Oh, yes, apparently.
After she's committed herself to us, then I'll do what must be done. Does that satisfy?
What is it, Major?
It's a flea circus. May it remind you of your humble beginnings. Would you have us?
Yes, Major.
Holy shit, Santiago's ripped.
Shall we have a walk?
Oh no.
No vampire may ever destroy another vampire. Over all his flock.
I will not harm you. Those were your first words to me.
My maker was a vampire named Bruce, who's Lestat de encore.
I saw what fire does. I don't want to go out that way.
Any other requests?
Look after Claudia.
She doesn't need looking after. She won't be here very long. Her mind, as fierce as it is now, will not endure. It will break apart in time.
You don't know her?
You're a star, Claudia.
A new play.
I play your governess.
And I play your mother.
And I play the little girl.
You'll be their little birdie for the next 50 years.
You walk me home.
Did I? Are you inviting me in?
Depends. Are you gonna kill me?
Up. Up.
No Pain is the name of episode 3, and it is ironic because the whole episode is about pain.
No pain. No pain.
That's all this episode was just pain.
The Vampire Lestat, which is the next book, so that's obviously exciting for our literary fans.
Our ways were finished. We were embers on a waning pyre.
It also gives us an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the Coven, gets us some Lestat in there, and one of the best things is that for a long time we get the Louis version of Lestat, and now we get the Armand version of Lestat. And how are they different? And you watch Sam do that stuff, and it's just exquisite.
Tonight, we have a little altercation between two vampires and a mortal.
I thought this scene was so cool.
So I'm going to be hurling Lestat up against that wall. Just over there. Levin, who's directing this episode, is detail-oriented, and he's a massive fan of the books as well. So he understands where this particular part of the story fits narratively in the next.
I love that seemingly so many people that are so passionate about the source material and the books working hands-on with this and doing the books justice. Something you don't really seem to see lately with certain shows and things like that. First things that pop up in my mind are The Witcher and the new Avatar TV show. I love The Witcher, the first season. I wish they would have respected the source material and taken that a bit more seriously. As far as Avatar goes, it's something. Another great show that respected the source material that I just recently watched with my partner because we're both huge fans. We played the games. Was Fallout. Fallout was super, super good. I know like maybe this isn't the same audience that would watch Fallout, but if you haven't watched it, I feel like you definitely should, even if you've never played the video games. They did a great job at pandering to existing fans of the games, but also making it comprehensive enough to people that have never even heard of Fallout and really garnered interest from those people as well. I've seen so many TikToks of people's spouses that have never played any of the Fallout games, and after watching the show they like suddenly want to play the games. I think that's super cool to bring everyone kind of together. I'm aware of The Last of Us. I have no comment on that.
What I felt was important in this scene, we have a time freeze element that happens. We're using people who are good at standing frozen, and we're using fishnets to have dresses. So it's very analog, which I like.
It's pretty impressive, I think. They've managed to freeze
Super
the horses
cool.
in the background, so all the horses are being very...
I thought that was done like via like CGI or something like that, but like the fact that they just had people standing there, made the set around them with the strings, that's so cool that it's just all done, not by computer.
behave. I get dragged on a rig, which was really fun to do, and it's difficult to see all those beautiful velvet wolf killer coats get ripped up. It's lots of stunts, it's lots of French.
Je n'ai pas pouvoir. Je n'ai pas assez pouvoir.
Mais tu l'auras.
We've done a system, we call it a slack line, and a nitrogen ratchet to motivate our stunt performer toward the wall. We always take what's on paper and try to make it bigger and better. As the scene progresses, the anger and the emotion increases, so the stunt becomes bigger and bigger. We go.
Anne Rice's imagination seems to be limitless, and she's able to create a world and then add another world onto it. So the Talamasca world is just wonderful. It's a wonderful foil to the whole vampire world.
I was kind of confused about that as someone that hadn't read the books. I was kind of confused about that at first. I didn't really speak on anything that was happening in that scene just because I didn't know, but as I just mentioned, they did a good job at like structuring it to where it's like pretty clear what's happening. You don't need all the context behind it. It's like, okay, yeah, they're in, this guy knows stuff that Daniel doesn't know, and I guess in a sense maybe trying to warn him or something like that, or give him information that he has on what's happening.
To finally be in the Coven and have an opportunity to go on stage, but to have to play a baby just reinforces all of the issues that she has about being taken seriously, being respected.
You'll be their little birdie for the next 50 years.
Being able to make proactive decisions about her own life. It's a void that's created for her, that she can never have that.
I feel like in a lot of ways I can relate to Claudia. I don't know, it sucks because like you want to be taken seriously, but there's always something about, I don't know, maybe the way that I carry myself or the way that I look. Me and being taken seriously are never in the same sentence. Resting bitch face by default, and sometimes the way I dress can be a little bit intimidating, so I tend to overcompensate to make other people more comfortable around me. By overcompensating on that, it makes it to where I'm never taken seriously, because I'm always just being silly or I'm being sarcastic. And it's not to say that I'm not, like I very much am when I'm comfortable around other people. It just opens up doors to just always being infantilized and not taken seriously and people just kind of like putting you down. Yeah, it's kind of like hard to find some sort of middle ground with that.
He doesn't have a way out in the end, he chooses. Are you inviting me in? The choice in the end is...
Depends.
To pursue love.
Are you gonna kill me?
To pursue this feeling.
Super good as per usual. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then leave it a thumbs up as per usual. And if you haven't done so yet, then please subscribe to our spooky corner of the internet. I would love to have you here. If you would like to see more of me, you can find me up on the screen or down below in the description box. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.